Hello traders, a brand new week is here. I'm actually redoing this video. I had already done the weekly market analysis, but I found out the sound was not there, and now I'm here to redo it. Some of these things we do them because of the passion. Were it not for the passion, I could not have redone this. Anyway, welcome to a brand new week. Today is on the 18th of May 2026. Let me charge my laptop just a minute. 18th of May 2026, and we are ready to trade. I'm hoping you guys are set. And before we go ahead, we have something for the week. This coming Thursday, we are going to be having a coffee and trade session. We are going to be at the Hub Mall, which is at Karen. We are going to be trading together from 2 p.m. to around 5 p.m. If you wish to join us, please make sure that you have a live account with HFM. Fund your account at least $200, and then you can book your seat. You can reserve your seat through our website, traderske.com. Go to the bottom of the website and you're going to see the event, and then you book for this upcoming coffee and trades event. That is one. Two, we're still having our boot camp running, our free boot camp for this month, whereby so far we have covered 3 classes. We still have 3 more classes to cover, which I'm personally going to be covering in this coming week. All right. Therefore, that from today we are going to be finishing those classes that we did not manage to cover. Sawa. Higher. Then just a moment. Let me take a call here. Right. Then from that also, our Discord is still running. Quite some good job happening inside our Discord server, and so far this week last week we were able to trade together with the members. Personally, I was not very much active, but I'm looking to be so much active from this week. The whole of this week I'm simply going to be trading from my office, and therefore we are going to be having a lot happening inside our Discord server. Now, next thing is now this video is specifically to do our weekly pre-market analysis, and I've already done my weekly analysis because I'm saying this is the second time I'm doing this video. The first time I did it, there was no sound, so I'm going to be redoing it once again, and I'm going to be teaching you one thing today, which is on how to come up with your areas of supply and demand, and also coming up with areas of discount and premium. And today's class we're going to be focusing more on the identifying discount and premium zones. Now let's get into it. So first thing, we get into our Discord server. We see what was happening last week. Last week we are looking for sales on GBP USD and for sales on Eurusd. And if you go check on TradingView, whatever you expecting last week is the same thing that happened. We got sales coming in on EU. We got sales coming in on GU. So let me show you. This is what happened last week. We got sales coming in and everything, and we can say it was a great week to be trading. It was a great week to be trading. Therefore, let me take you back to Discord. Perfect. So that is what we are anticipating last week, and I sent this to the members. However, I was not able to trade this because I was not in a position to. I was busy up and down. We are recording some podcasts and everything, and sometimes when you are too busy, don't come to force trading. All right, you try to trade and you are busy, you are not going to give it full concentration, and the moment you fail to give trading the maximum cooperation or the concentration that it needs, then your results are definitely going to be affected. However, I always insist on trading with a community or trading with the people who are trading the same style as you. If you look at our Discord server, and so far the Discord server is really growing quite fast. We are now almost 250 members inside our Discord server. Note that this server is not a free server, because I always get people requesting for the link to this server. Note that this server is not a free server. This server is a paid server. You get to get into this by paying only $100 one-time joining fee, and then you're going to be set to trade with us. All right. So looking at what most of the members were trading right here, better part of last week, the best thing the best thing about trading with a community, and a community which trades only smart money. For example, I have taught most of these students. Okay, all of these people have passed through my hands. Therefore, whatever they see in the market, we see almost the same things with them. So last week they are also looking for sales on GBP USD, sales on Eurusd, and they're able to take the sales. You can also see right here members doing quite an amazing job, and simply trading the same style. You can see people are able to take advantage of the analysis that we shared, and they're able to make money out of it. And not only the elite members, we also have the other members inside our Discord server. You can see what they have been trading last week. All right, it's basically the same thing. And even this week, we have just started the week. One thing that I love about this server, most of the guys who are inside this server, because we are trading the same style. Personally, I don't even have to go down to break down the charts, overthinking and everything. Once I see what they are having, it already gives me a clue or a hint, because I'm also expecting probably the same thing to be happening. So just a moment. Perfect. So that's what we have been doing inside our Discord server. People are really doing a great job. And so for this month, we have only had one person who has been able to get funded, and that was the Eddie Otieno. He was able to pass his phase 1 on his Funding Pips account, and we wish him all the best. We want to see him now pass his phase 2 and get funded, and also be able to get these payouts like other people, And you see these payouts that you are seeing here from our Discord server. I can assure you, for example, this guy Duncan, you can see the last payout that he got, which is the most recent payout from our members. It's a $44 payout. It might not seem much, but I know how much it takes for you to be able, for example, to get that kind of a payout. Okay, passing your phase 1, passing your phase 2, now going to your phase 3. It is not easy. Okay, therefore, I will always appreciate these people who are here, trying to their luck on pro farms, and whatever they are doing, it's a really good job. We appreciate all of them. So if you are not inside this server, then you might be missing out a lot. Therefore, make an effort to join our Discord server. Let's trade together. Okay, let's share these ideas together. Let's lose money together. Let's make money together. So. Now let's get into the business of the day. We are going to get to trading view. Now note that I had already done my analysis, therefore I'm going to be deleting everything so that we can do it together. Okay, the first video had no sound. You guys subscribe to this channel. If you have not subscribed now, you see the work that you are doing here. I'm now repeating a video which I had already done for the sake of you guys. So we start with DXY. We start with DXY analysis. So this is DXY. So dollar index. How do you use dollar index? You are going to note that every time I'm doing my analysis, I start with DXY. How do I use DXY? So if the dollar is strong, then I'm going to be selling pairs like Eurusd and GBP USD. Okay. If the dollar is strong, I'm also going to be buying pairs like USD CHF, USD CAD. If the dollar is weak, I'm going to be doing the opposite. I'm going to be buying Eurusd, GBP USD. I'm going to be selling USD CHF, such pairs. So that's how you correlate DXY to USD pairs. So if you trade USD pairs, then make sure that you are also, checking what is happening on the dollar index. And I forgot I had a new beard here, a new beginnings for our community. Now, let's get into DXY. So looking at DXY, this is the weekly perspective. I always want us to start with the weekly because it's a brand new week. Okay, so looking at the weekly perspective, this is what we are having here. We have here, which is a liquidity sweep, sell liquidity swept, right? Then we got an aggressive move to the upside, not so much aggressive, but we got like this move here to the upside, and then you had a retracement to the downside, which came to this area right here. So I have taught you guys how to use the fib. I'm going to be repeating that class again here today. So buyers want to buy at a discount. Buyers will always want to buy at a discount. Therefore, how do you identify your areas of discount? By using a tool which is called the fib tool. Now this Fib tool, it's here on TradingView, and if you put it, for example, here from the lows to the highs, then you're going to see most buyers who are going to be looking to be buying at 61.8% level of our Fib tool. It could be 61 or it could be 78. So now in this case, you can see price has respected the 61%, and after that we have got buyers coming in. Now I want us because you're going to be using this Fib to analyze every market that you're going to be analyzing today. I want us first to know how to use the Fib tool. So if you don't know how to use the Fib tool, you are going to get into TradingView, and then on the left side of your TradingView, we have the tools bar. So you get to the third row, and then you're going to find here a tool which is called the Fib retracement tool. So let me put a clear screen here so that you can see. So this is the Fib retracement tool on TradingView. So you put it on your chart. When you put it on your chart, by default, by default it is going to be something like this. Set default. By default, it's something like this. So you need to do some settings on it so that now you can be able to use this Fib tool to identify your areas of discount whenever you are buying and your areas of premium whenever you are selling. So how do you set it? You come here to where you have the settings on this toolbar here. You press settings, and then don't ask me any questions, just follow what I'm going to do here. So you're going to remain with 0%. The rest you remove them. 0.3 remove, 0.2 remove, 0.5 remove, 0.6 remains, 0.7 remains, 1 remains. The rest you remove. You remove everything else right here. Okay. The background, you don't need it. You remove it. Prices, you don't need the prices. You remove it. Levels, you change from values to a percentage. You put your levels as a percentage. The text remains, and then you press OK. Now, do you see that? You can also use like one color. You can decide I'm going to be using black, and everything. You can also decide this, instead of it being too thick, you can decide to make it thinner or to make it thicker depending on your eyes. But mine, I love it, quite slim. So this is our Fib tool. You can rewind and replay this video as much as you want so that you can be able to set your Fib tool. I'm doing it fast because I don't want this video to be too long. So this Fib tool, how are you going to be using it? You're going to be using this tool in this way. Whenever you are buying, you put your Fib from the swing low to the swing high. You look to buy from these areas between 61 to 78 or 70 to 100%. So something that you guys must note. We are not saying that you buy here at 61 or you buy at 78. We are talking you look for demand areas that align with these values. You look for demand areas that align with these values. So don't take it as a straight line that when prices get to 61% you buy. When prices get to 78% you buy. No. You look for a demand area that is within these values. Now when you are selling, you're going to be doing the opposite. You're going to be putting your Fib from the highs to the lows. So you're going to be looking to sell from these same areas. 61, 78, 100. In most cases, you're going to be using 61 and 78. So you're looking for supply areas that are in line with our values, which is 61% or 78%. Are you together up to that point? If you are together, press that subscription button. It will take you just a minute, not even a minute. It will take you seconds. Press the subscription button and then like this video. Like the video. That we're going to be attracting more and more people into our channel, which I believe we are going to be changing lives. Higher. So that's how you use your Fib tool. Now let's get into practically using our Fib tool and analyzing the markets for this week. So last week we saw, from the previous structures, we saw prices come here, trade from this low, go all the way to this high, and then we got a retracement coming down to 61%. Do you guys see that? A retracement coming to 61%, which is now we get a demand area, which is this area of demand. It is lying between our 61%. So you guys see, we are not talking over line, we are talking over zone. And that's what you should train your mind. Every time you are having zones or having values from your Fib, don't take it as just a straight line, just take it as a zone. And the same when you are having areas of demand and supply. Usichukua tu demand juu, Usichukue a straight line hivi unasema sasa that's your demand. No, take it as a zone. And that's why I recommend using this tool, which is known as a gun box or the rectangle tool on your trading view. Easy tools, so that you draw it as a zone and not as a line, a straight line. To get up to that point. So prices came traded in the 61% of Fib level, and then now we see buys coming in. Now look at the last week's candle. Look at last week's candle. This candle right here. Look at this candle right here, the white one. What does this candle tell you? Are we in for buys? Are we in for sells? Definitely this is buys. This is a bullish engulfing candlestick. A totally bullish candlestick. You would be, let me not say a madman, but you would be one if you are going to be looking to sell the XY this week with this kind of confirmation from the weekly time frame. We already see super bullish candlestick here, confirming to us that we are in for some buys this week on DXY. So now what do? We look for first an area where we can engage from. So first of all, we have this area here, which is our weekly point of demand right here. So we could be looking to see something like these prices come to this weekly point of demand, and then we go higher. Where are we going to be targeting? You're going to be targeting these highs. Now remember, these are our weekly highs here. Okay, and the fact that we are now bullish, then we expect these weekly highs to be taken out. All right, we expect the weekly highs to be taken out. As always, I tell you, DXY will give you between 1.5 to 2% move in a week, on a good week. So from here to here, that's already a 2% move. So this here should be the move of the week. If this matures, this should be the move of the week. That's a 2% move. This is very much achievable within a single trading week. Now, let's get into lower time frames. Now we try to refine our zones. So daily time frame. Daily time frame on DXY. It's basically the same thing. Prices came traded into this area of demand. The area of demand held prices, and you're now going higher. What we see even on a daily time frame is a break of structure right here. It's happened last week. So this is a structure break. And after this structure break, what do we expect? After a major structure break, we always expect retracements. Now remember, I have started by showing you how to get your areas of demand by using the Fib level or your Fib tools. So you come here and you place your Fib from the lows here to the highs. Where is our point of interest? 61%. You see 61%? It's right there. So we are going to be looking for a demand area that is going to be lying along this 61% of our Fib tool. So the demand area is right here. That's our demand area. It's lying between 61 and 78%. It could be a little bit bigger because whenever you're marking out your areas of demand, you mark the area of consolidation and then the breakout. That area of consolidation should give you this area here. You see this area? This area is the one that should give you your point of interest. Tuko pamoja. Now, from this now, we are expecting a retracement on DXY, and this retracement should bring us to this area here. We get a confirmation, and then we start going higher. Simple analysis on DXY. Now, what is helping us come up with these values quick, fast? It is our Fib tool. So if you are part of our trading community, if you are part of this YouTube channel, you should always have your Fib tool by you. You should always have your Fib tool by your side. Put it from the swing lows to the swing highs. Come up with your areas of demand and your areas of supply. Just a minute. Let me log out. Just a minute. Perfect. So if you're a part of our trading community, please make sure that you have your Fib tool by your side. So that's the simple analysis that you're going to be having on DXY this week. We are looking for retracement. Then we look for buys from this zone. We look to target all the way to the upside. Now let's get to Eurusd. Now guys, once you have done analysis on DXY, it's going to be so easy for you to do Eurusd, GBP USD, any pairs that has a USD. It's going to be so easy for you because already you have established a bias. So if you are expecting DXY to sell, then buy. We are expecting USD to buy, then sell. So let's now look at EURUSD. The last time prices came, traded somewhere here. As you can see, the area held prices and we are going lower. Last week we saw a major structure here taken out, which is a break of structure right there. And after a major break of structure, we put our fib. We expect a retracement. So we put our fib from the highs to the lows, and we expect a retracement to the 61% of our fib. So 61%, do we have an area of interest? Yes, we do have a big area of interest somewhere right here. Okay, that's a big area of interest. Now that's how simple it is. We have this here as our point of interest on EURUSD. So what are we expecting? A retracement, then we get a move to the downside. That's on EURUSD. Now, do you see how easy it is? On EURUSD, we're going to be targeting. We want to target opposing areas of demand first. Before even we go any lower, we have, for example, here an area of demand right here. So this could be an opposing point of interest. And as always, how I trade personally and how I approach these markets, I don't want to be trading and just because I'm expecting this area will be taken out, I don't want to be risking that. I want to be offloading all my positions when prices get to an opposing area of interest. So on EURUSD, that's why if we were able to take a position from here, our first targets are down here. We offload all our positions. Then now we can wait for a retracement because you can be assured you're going to be having a retracement from that opposite point of interest. Then we look for the immediate area of supply, and again we look to sell now to take out this zone. Some of these things you can only learn them through experience, by the way. Okay, so we first want to target the opposing areas of interest somewhere here, first target, and then eventually, remember we talk about trailing liquidity. As always I tell you, trailing liquidity is always going to be taken out to the origin. So here we see such kind of a thing, a certain trend that was being followed here. So eventually you're going to see prices taking out all of these to the origin. All that will be taken out to the origin. Sawa. EURUSD. That's what you're going to be expecting this week. Now let's get to GBP USD. Now again, remember, once you have done your analysis on the higher time frames, my friends, you don't have to now keep on redoing your analysis here again. So you simply look for the most recent swings. So GU, for example, we had prices being held right here, and if you look from the highs to the lows, if you put your fib from these highs to these lows, you can simply see prices were held at 61.8%. Do you see why I'm telling you need this fib? You need this fib every single time you are trading. Every single time you are doing your weekly analysis or daily analysis, whatever time frame that you are in, normalize. Okay, make it normal for you to be using this fib tool. Perfect. So we have that. Now prices are held there. So next point, we have now this kind of price action. So this is the last zone holding prices. We're not much more interested in that. Now we have here, which we have a structure break right here, and now we put our fib from where? From the highs to the lows. 61.8%. Where do you see it? Right there. So our point of interest inakujia hapo sasa. 61.8% inakujia hapo. So we would love to see prices retrace to these levels. Something like this, prices to retrace to these levels, and then now you can be looking for sales to the downside. Where are we going to be targeting? First of all, opposing areas of demand. Now this one near your apple, and then eventually we are going to be targeting down here. For this week, we are simply looking for a strong dollar. That means we sell GBP USD, we sell Euro USD. Simple analysis, guys. Trading should be easy. Make your approach as easy as mine. As you can see, my approach is always very simple. You don't need a lot of complications for you to make money out of these markets. If you look, even most of our students, whatever they do, most of these students inside our server, they are always like having very and super simple analysis. If you look at Venice here, super simple analysis. That's how money is made. Money is not made out of complicating your strategies. Money is made by making your strategy to be as easy as you want it to be. Sawa sawa. There is no glory in having very complex strategies that are not giving you money. Make sure that you have a very simple strategy that you can use to make money. Final call. Make sure that you are part of our Discord community. Make sure that you are part of our WhatsApp community. We have also opened a gold trading group, a group which is specifically for gold trading peke yake. So if you wish to join that group, you can text me through my number. It's pinned on the description. If you wish to join the gold trading group, all you need to have is a live trading account. You're not coming to trade a demo account. Have a live trading account, then come, let's trade together. We're not giving you a limit of how much you should deposit. You just deposit. But if you're going to come in to trade gold, of course, you're going to be needing some good capital because of the leverage and the margin required to trade gold. So come, let's trade together inside our Discord community, inside our gold trading community, and I'm positive by the end of this week you're going to we are going to make money. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Let's meet again in the next video.